All right, so I want to say I mentioned this game last time, but it recently got updated. So there's a controversial little game called The Coffin of Andy and Leyley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I remember you were telling me about that.
Yeah. So I think I want to say I did mention it the last
Yeah,
time.
yeah, you did
but-
mention it last time, yeah.
Yeah. So at the time, chapters 1 and 2 were available.
Hmm.
And now we have half of chapter 3.
Yes.
So
Oh shit.
yeah, so the reason why it's only half of chapter 3 is because at the end of chapter 2, or episode 2 rather, the game splits into two distinct routes, the decay route and the burial route. So what we got was chapter 3 of the decay route specifically. So they just haven't gotten around to making what chapter 3 would be for the other route.
Hmm.
And then there's and then there's going to be a final chapter 4 to wrap everything up.
Okay.
So chapter 3 was wild. Like, I was not prepared for how like utterly depraved it gets. So like, and it's so like there's only one ending of chapter of episode 3 that leads into like the final part, and that's like a big cliffhanger, right? So it's like that aspect of it, it's understandable, right? Because it's like, okay, well, you know, the game's not done yet, but it's still like, man, I want to know what happens next.
Hmm.
So then we have the rest of the episode, and it's just things keep getting worse. So like the two main characters, Andrew and Ashley, are in this fucked up relationship. You know, they're brother and sister, and let's just say that they're very weird with each other.
Hmm.
And I don't just mean in a sexual way, but like I mean like the two of them rely on each other in like these odd ways. Like they're like manipulating each, like in particular like Andrew. Fuck, it's so hard to talk about without spoiling things. But like the point is, these are really fucked up characters.
They make each other worse in a way.
Yes, they make each other worse, right? And I think episode 3 is where like Andrew is actually like starting to realize like how bad she is for him and how bad he is for her as well. So I think that's where they might be going with the final episode of this route, where like maybe they'll find a way to resolve that. But for the other endings, it's just like, what if he doesn't have that realization, and it's just like things getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's a fucked up game.
Yeah.
It's a really screwed up game.
Yeah, well,
I recommend it. It's great.
I got it in my Steam library. I just didn't have the chance to play it yet.
Go for it. It's not very long. It's not going to take you a long time to get through. There's a decent amount of content.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of an aside, but like, so because the fans are out of their minds, one group of fans made a mod that, and this is not just like, oh, let's just do a character swap or something like that. Let's, you know, and everything else is the same. So a lot of fans are a big fan of the mother in this game.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so this mod is replacing Ashley with the mother instead. And it's a totally like new storyline with its own like unique art assets. And I was like, what the hell? Like this is like a high effort mod.
Yeah, they took that shit way seriously.
They took it very seriously.
A little too much, if anything.
Now, I did try it out of curiosity, and it is interesting, but I couldn't help but shake, like, it's a bit fan fiction-y, because that's what it literally is. But at the same time, I still, like, kind of enjoyed it, and I also, like, kind of respected it just because it was made by fans that just really loved the game. They really loved the original, and they wanted to do like their own alternate universe take with the mom. And I'm like, you know what, that's pretty neat. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up as just kind of an aside because I thought it was kind of neat. But
that is cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think chapter 3 really solidifies like why I like this game so much, because it takes these like really screwed up characters and like pushes them into directions that like pushes them further into places that you didn't even think they could go. And it just really shows like, even though you can have a character that's like really awful, like objectively like a terrible person, like a horrible human being, but you still find yourself caring about them in weird ways, right? And that's like the interesting thing about like art in general, that like you could come to care about like these people who aren't real. Even worse, like the ones that are like awful people. But like, again, it doesn't feel like it's just done purely for shock. It's done because like it's trying to say something, like, because the game never glorifies anything that these characters are doing, right? Like the game makes it pretty clear that these are terrible people. There are some bad endings that you get where like the narrator jokes about like, you two died horribly and the world is now better for it.
What the fuck?
Because it's true. They're fucking terrible people.
Yeah, like it's like it's one of those things where it's like you almost feel bad for saying it out loud, but when you look at it objectively, it's like, yeah, kinda.
Yeah. But again, that's what makes them like really interesting, and that's what makes the game like fun to play, because like you get to see these like really terrible people.
Just how bad can they go? Just how much worse can it get?
How bad can they get? But then, you know, you also have like I was saying, it looks like it's going to lead into maybe something better. Like maybe they will get better. Maybe they will, you know, I don't think they'll ever get to a point where they'll be redeemed, but maybe they can at least get on some road to recovery. I think that'll be interesting to see if that's where it goes. Or maybe they'll get even fucking worse. Who knows? Who knows? But what we have right now with chapters 1, 2, and half of 3 is all awesome. It's the artwork is really unique. The music is really good. It's just a fascinating little game. And the mom is super hot.
Hey, that's a nice perk.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.